You just missed something absolutely radical that I do wish we had captured on camera.
What?
Which is that when I came into this.
Oh no, I got it on camera.
I know, but I'm saying like the camera, like documented in the history of stuff on camera.
Yeah.
I came into the stew and Mango chose me and he sat with Mother for a good 15 minutes.
I was not happy about it.
I know. Carrie's wrangled him and has, as you can see, a tight grip on him.
But he loves it.
He likes it. I feel spiritually.
He was craving a maternal instinct today. He needed
craves Mother's lap.
He said, I had enough of this guy for this period, and he went over to you, but now he's back where he should be. My little turkey.
We'll see. We'll see if he exercises his free will.
He's a bit of a slut. You know, Cavaliers are slutty.
They can be.
But he's very choosy.
I love him.
He's both slutty and picky. If you're listening to this, we both have flown on September 11th.
I know by the time you hear this, we will have flown on September 11th. Will we live? I don't know. You'll have to listen. You'll have to wait till next week to figure out if we lived or not. Or actually, you'll have to wait like 2 weeks to figure out if we lived or not.
I'm going to Fire Island. Laura's going to New York City.
Yeah.
I'm just having a New York moment.
I'm excited for you because you haven't had a vacation in a long ass time.
No, and I've never been to FIP.
You needed a really gay
I needed like a
travel moment with a group of hot gays, and you are one of them where you go to like gay Mecca and do gay shit for a week.
I'm doing it all. I'm going to the underwear party.
I'm really excited for you, genuinely.
I think it'll be Helen.
I think it'll be super corrective.
And I think it will kind of address any weird like gay feeling left out / body dysmorphia / I mean, I'm like, I want to kill myself, but
come on, you know where to go. Okay.
He rejected you.
Now he's back to being unprofessional.
Yeah.
No,
but it'll be great.
It's gonna be great.
What are you gonna do? Just
I'm just like trying to plan my vibe. I think I'm gonna go to Watch What Happens Live because Michelle Collins is in town and we're overlapping and she's doing Watch What Happens Live.
Oh.
So she asked if I would go with her and I said,
"Seed that.
I'm ready to go." And I'm ready to have some face-to-face time with whoever is in charge.
You need to remind Andy who you are and that you're a loller and like go and just be like serve face.
Yeah. I'm going to go and serve major cunt and then I'm going to leave them wanting more, which will lead to eventually us appearing as the bartender.
I've got a gay.
I've got a gay for you, I say. He's so gay. He's in Fire Island right now.
Yeah. Andy will be like, I'm going there right now with
Send me like
Sarah Parker.
I need like a hot photo of you so then I can show them. We'll plan.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is like now,
that's perfect.
This is a business trip.
Yeah.
Now because of that one day.
You're networking.
Yeah. And then I don't know, I'm going to just go to museums and like live that New York truth. It'll be kind of fall.
Could this be like the stirrings of something?
This is stirring something.
You're laying some groundwork.
If you're going away, the last fucking thing I'm going to do is just sit around in LA with no purpose for a week.
Yeah.
For 10 days. Are you kidding? I will debt the vest. So I said, Tony, we're going to New York, baby.
Oh, I forgot you're bringing Tony.
Oh, yeah. I'm bringing him.
I think you should like just kind of pretend like you live in New York.
Yeah.
And just like take the subway, have Tony be a little...
Can't wait to take the subway.
Be a little New York pug and, you know, see Jenna and everyone and you'll have great time.
Oh my God, I'm going to a Grateful Dead cover band show at the Brooklyn Bowl that's all drag queens.
No way. What's it called?
I think it's called Drag Dead.
Oh, I'm obsessed. Brooklyn drag queens they're on another level.
I just got the text that was like, want to go to this? And I was like, yes. Didn't really even look into it beyond that. But
oh my God, this looks so good.
So good.
Oh, Marty Gold Cummings. I feel like she is like a councilwoman in New York. Like she's a politician too.
I'm going to just shout out Pure Leaf Real Brewed Tea right now because the way they fill this to the top is unprecedented. I took the top off and I've truly drooled it onto myself 2 times.
That reminds me of high school. They serve that in the cafeteria.
It's very cafeteria, but I'm like, they're making sure you get your money's worth, and I appreciate that.
Wow, this is awesome.
Isn't this cool?
They're like radical fairies.
They're heady.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I like the one on the keyboard in the back.
I like all of them.
Yeah, they're
honestly,
all fucking
this
major.
is really
You're gonna have such
lit.
a good time.
No, it's gonna be so much fun. Who would have thought?
Nashville's Bertha gives the dead an irreverent, joyful makeover.
From Nashville, no less.
Cool.
My goodness. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna check out some museums. I want to check out some art.
Good. Go to the Met.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Fall Time Museum.
Take Tony around, try and find some parks or some tufts of weeds growing out of the sidewalk that he can piss and shit on because he doesn't like to pee or shit on concrete.
Take him to Central Park.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I never went to Central Park.
Really?
I mean, I've been there, but I never it was just when you live in New York, you at least in my experience, I sort of stayed siloed to my
your zone
work in Brooklyn. But every time I was in Central Park, I was like, wow.
When I'm in New York, I like to be on the move.
You do.
I like to go. I like to get on the train and just go, go, go.
Yeah.
Like last time we were there, I went from Brooklyn to the Upper East Side, back to Brooklyn in a day. And it felt great.
You should go to Inwood.
What's that?
A place I always wanted to go. It's like above, I think it's above Harlem.
Oh, cool.
It's like this other part on like the farthest north zone of.
I'll go north.
Yeah. Go to Upper West Side. Check out Columbia.
The Upper West Side is one of my favorite places.
My sister, she went to Columbia, but after she graduated, she lived at 73rd in Amsterdam. And her apartment was her apartment was sort of like where you live now. It was 2 levels, but the most ideal part of the Upper West Side.
Yeah, the Upper West Side is
You've
great.
got mail. Go to the Dakota.
I think I'm going to be in Chelsea.
What street?
I don't know.
Don't say it online.
Will you
go to the Dakota for me?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
And I want to go to Cafe Clooney.
What the hell's that?
It's just a cute little cafe in the West Village. It's like a great little it's a super cozy spot.
Go to that inn.
I need to go to Balthazar.
Oh yeah, of course. What's the inn in the West Village? The that restaurant that Adele
that was really the Waverly Inn.
Waverly.
I've never been there.
It's fun. I don't know if it's in vogue now, but you should go.
Yeah.
Go to Carbone.
I've been to Carbone.
Blake Lively was there recently before
a big old scandal.
Scandaloso.
Yeah, I'm just excited. It's going to be nice to get on out for a week.
I'm excited. I think it'll still be good to swim in Fire Island.
Oh, yeah. The Atlantic is warmer than the Pacific.
I am. The only thing I'm a little worried about is the shark.
Is there a shark?
There's been a lot of shark sightings. And
what kind of sharks?
Like
great whites?
I think big ones. I don't know which kind.
I think you'll be fine. Stay vigilant. Don't go in with any wounds. Don't go in with open wounds. Don't go swim out by yourself and splash and thrash around.
Here's the thing. My truth is it just happens. It's like autopilot. When I do swim in the ocean, I do tend to go out far because I'm a swimmer, baby.
I know.
And I like it. But Simon won't be happy if I do that.
Well, take a friend with you and use them as a decoy.
Okay. I'll take John Hill.
Yeah. He's a meaty man for the shark to bite into.
My scars.
Yeah. Or you could find an annoying gay that's pissing everyone off.
There's probably
you could say, hey, want to come cruise and you say, want to come take a swim with me? Come follow me. And then you get them to be the decoy for
I'll go into the meat rack and be like, hey, when you're done eating that guy's ass, come with me.
Yeah. But just make sure it's an annoying, bring nothing to the table ass game.
My biggest fear in a group vacation is, am I the annoying gay? But I don't think I am.
I hope that you're not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but it's either the kind of thing that if you're having to ask the question, you are.
Oh no.
Because, but I hate to say that. And I don't know. I'm not boots on the ground on this Fire Island trip. I would venture to say you're not, just knowing you and knowing your personality and your anxiety levels. But like, then I think about myself and I never asked myself, am I the annoying gay? And maybe I am. Maybe that the opposite is actually true, that if you're never asking, you actually are.
Well, we'll find out. I'll report back.
Yeah.
Was that the annoying
Please
gay?
don't.
Please, God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away from here.
Yeah. I think it's pretty easy to not be the annoying gay.
I know. I'm going to be
silent.
I'm going to be mute.
Full silence the entire time. You only communicate in whispers.
I go, Simon, and he translates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally just going to be like this.
Sucking in at all times.
But I'm excited.
Is the vibe there like everyone's hot and ripped or what? Is it like circuit party vibes?
I feel like Instagram would lead you to believe that everyone there is an perfect, insane body. But I think a lot of people there have perfect, insane bodies. But I think it's pretty much everyone, come
What's
as you are.
Difference between Fire Island and P-Town?
I've never been to P-Town. You've been to P-Town.
I've been to P-Town.
From what I gather, P-Town is like more... I don't know the difference. I'll find out. Fire Island seems more like... and P-Town seems more like...
Cozy, casual.
Cozy, but also...
P-Town's more like iced coffee. P-Town's more like iced coffee, a little cocktail going, hey girl, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hey, like catching up on
like
the street.
Getting like your dick sucked under a dock.
Yeah.
Like it's like soft serve and dick sucking. Fire Island seems like, woo!
It's a little more party.
Yeah. It's a little more Christina Ricci going, I thought we were going to party.
I will say I had the best frosé in P-Town that I still like wistfully think about at times.
I'm sure it was great.
It was so good.
I want to go to P-Town as well. I want to, but we'll see.
It's good for gays. I would say if you're a woman, there's not much for you there. It's aesthetically very pleasing and cute, but you might as well be invisible.
My instinct is that you would like Fire Island.
Probably.
But I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, let me know. Let me know, girl. I'm genuinely like very happy that you're going.
I know. We weren't going to, and now we are.
You had a lot of will they or won't they? I've never seen so much will they or won't they, but they will, and that's great.
Tickets booked. Tickets booked.
I fully support this journey for you. And I think the listeners do too.
I think so. Ben Affleck's cousin, there's a new Jenny on the block, and it's Ben Affleck's cousin named Jennifer Affleck, who somehow trademarked on social media.
Jennifer Affleck?
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is psychotic.
Whoa, extensions.
Is this not a little psychotic? And a little, like, rude to Jennifer Lopez?
I mean...
It's a little rude.
In this economy, you gotta do what you gotta do. She saw RHOC18E7&8 and she said, I have to bring something viral to the table. And
a friend of the pod, Nomi Fry, I reposted this and added Who Weekly and said 911. And then Nomi Fry replied saying, let me read this correctly because I always trust her with the tea.
She said the new Jenny from the block. She's coming to snatch wigs.
She said Jennifer Lopez.
Sit down, diva.
Sit down, bitch. Oh, her husband. This girl's husband is Ben's second cousin.
How old is this girl? I thought she was like 17. Child bride?
I think she isn't related by blood, I think.
She's
married
related
to his
by
cousin.
marriage
So
to his second cousin.
She's like a cousin-in-law.
But her name is still Jennifer
I know.
Affleck.
I mean, God,
That's huge. Good for her.
Yeah.
I hope she keeps it going.
Wait. She's a cast member on Hulu's new reality series, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Jennifer Affleck?
Her husband, Zach Affleck, is Ben Affleck's second cousin. I'm definitely the first Jennifer Affleck. Not only that, her middle name is the same as mine, Jennifer Lynn Affleck. I don't know. Maybe we can convert them to the church. We might have to watch the show. The new Jenny from the block. Wow.
Okay. So I know what she's doing. I love that. She was named after J-Lo. Small world.
She was?
Yeah. She just revealed.
Wow. Okay. So she's a star in her own right.
Okay. I'm happy for her.
She's living that BYU life. Wow. She became a mother at 21 years old.
Yeah. I was like, wow. She looks so young. This explains everything. Okay. She's minimalist.
Is this Mormon Wives like how different? I guess it's
something.
Is it any different from Salt Lake City?
From Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Yeah. I don't know if they're like as rich.
They will be soon.
They're definitely younger.
It's like Sister Wives, but hot. They're like, we're Sister Wives, but we're slay.
They're not Sister Wives, though.
No, I know, but like about like
but they do all. Didn't they swing and like fuck each other? Yeah.
Is this the same thing? Is this different?
No, it's the same. They had like controversy because they were swinging.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're not like other Mormons. They're like cool Mormons.
They're horny.
They're like, horny.
Group sex Mormons.
I'm open. My heart is open to them.
Look at her.
I wish them well. This is the life, honestly. Like if you're gonna be a woman and just decide to get married young, have kids, like it needs to be like this.
To a Mormon?
Yeah, you just need to go full Mormon. Just commit to the bit. Mormons seem pretty successful for the most part. I think they make good money.
They make good money
and then they do. And they procreate and breed. But it seems like if you're a Mormon wife, you get to shop a lot.
All the men seem a little gay, I'll say.
But I kind of like that.
Well, yeah, you like that. But it's also like, but then they also are, you know, there's like just weird thing. Like,
I mean, it's weird that you believe in like fictional planets and stuff. You believe in literally like
my hero,
science fiction.
My hero is Elizabeth Smart's gay dad.
Is he Mormon?
Yeah. Yeah. That was like a whole thing. They lived in Salt Lake. She got swiped. And that was the whole thing because people were worried that because she's like so polite and well-mannered, because like she
was so Mormon that they were like, she'll just go with a kidnapper.
Yeah. I mean, he also said like, I'll kill your family if you don't come with me.
Yeah.
But like her dad came out as gay.
I love
that. I was like, that's a slay.
I believe many such cases with Mormon men.
Elizabeth still works.
But if you're gonna like really go full gender role lobotomy as a woman,
be Mormon
and have a gay husband. Like it's good. It's good for everyone.
Well, like, remember that wretchedly unsettling documentary on Netflix, Abducted in Plain Sight, where the parents allowed the guy, and they were both fucking him too.
Yeah.
Both the mom and the dad were both fucking this guy who abducted their daughter.
I know. I had to like really kind of tune out.
I've never like yelled at the screen like I did with, like I was actually alone going, what the fuck?
It was a little what the fuck.
But again, they were like, well, it's what the Lord is telling him to do, and then I guess we should follow it. I'm not saying all Mormons are like that. Obviously, I have deep respect. All religions, but a little weird.
Believe what you will, but no one will top my ultimate Mormon queen, Lisa Barlow.
Oh, disgusting.
Disgusting. I can't wait to have her back in our lives.
I can't wait for Helen.
I know. I hope Whitney really brings her whole pussy to work this year.
Yeah, she can't coast again. And I hope we get a little insight about Diane Warren.
Me too.
I'd like to know what she's up to.
I'd like eyes on her.
I'd like eyes on Meredith and those bangs.
I'd like eyes on just Meredith's plastic surgery in general, how it's settling, how it's going.
Bronwyn, the new one.
Oh my God, the new one who's like wearing hot pants on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Into that. I think it seems very promising.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good time.
Rachel Ray.
Okay, so this was weird.
Let's watch this. I didn't watch this clip because I wasn't in a spiritual place of watching someone stroke out, but now I'm open to it. Now that I've clocked in, I'm ready to watch.
The first time he came to my house, Tony Bennett ate 2 portions of osobuco, and I almost killed him. I had polished the floors in the kitchen because, well, Tony Benedetto, that's his full last name. Tony Bennett's coming to dinner.
This is
many styles of it.
very normal. This is like me when I call my mom. And you know when a mom just talks and talks?
She seems a little off. There's something a little...
I don't think she's stroking.
No,
this is literally me going, my mom's like, how are you? And I'm like, good, how are you? And then she goes, I almost killed when Tony Bennett came to my house. He had 2 portions and goes on a monologue for 5 to 10 minutes.
I don't think she was stroking. I thought she was like a little blackout.
Are they worried that her mouth is drooping?
There were conspiracy theories about like Bell's palsy, and so I just
she
took
might have just gotten bad Botox.
True, or maybe she just got a little drunk. Happens.
What did she say? She's broken her silence.
She had no comment. That was her.
Oh, that was her silence breaker.
She
attempted to change the subject by posting her old recipe for shrimp and chorizo paella. Great redirect. When in doubt, just share your recipe for shrimp and chorizo paella.
I do think there was. I mean, I've been watching Rachel Ray. I'm not like a avid watcher, but she's been in my like life since I was a kid, and she seems a little off in the video. I'm gonna say. I'm not saying she's like. I don't think she's having some sort of medical event, or maybe she is. I don't know, but to me, she seemed like maybe she just got a little souse.
They say for the past month, she's been concerning her audience with her slurring. But you know what? I'm going to share something. It happened to me. I got some Botox recently, or like Dysport, and I think like in this area, and it kind of made this side of my mouth. No, that's like back
that's right
here.
Yeah.
But like in
the chin
corners of the mouth, like around here. And like, see it's like a little uneven.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was noticing moments where my words were slurring, and maybe she just got like they just hit the wrong muscle, and then they just hit it hard.
Listen,
look, I just like I'm not going to be Tamra out here and be accusing her of like alcoholism.
I don't think she's alcoholic.
Why did I used to hate Rachel Ray, and now I never interact with her.
Did she get canceled?
I love her now for inexplicably. Today, I'm realizing that.
Just having this moment.
Just right now, I'm like, she's a national treasure.
I mean, she is kind of a national treasure.
A national treasure.
I mean, I in defense of her, like, that could be it. Maybe she just slurs.
Maybe she's just
a slur.
I mean, maybe she is just a fucking blackout fucking.
Which I would like make me love her even more.
Yeah.
She's rich as fuck. My lisp comes out sometimes. My childhood lisp. Sometimes
That's cute.
I have it and I go, oh, you know, but these things happen.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're cooking, you know,
you're cooking and drinking.
You're doing some Italian. You're talking about Tony Bennett. You're reminiscing on this beautiful, gorgeous man, the greatest eater of Absucco. Absucco, what is it? Asabuco that ever came to.
He came down to sit for us. Aperitivo.
Yeah. She goes, Tony Benedetto, that's his real name. She goes, his wife, Susan, glorious. She said, I love that they were like, Tony's like on the ground, like dead. And they're like, he'll get up.
Corpse on the floor.
It's like a dog that like gets hit by a car and they're like, he'll get up. Don't worry.
Give him a minute. He'll shake it off.
He'll shake it. Tony Bennett, his
wife's probably like waiting for the day.
I know.
Finally.
She went, Tony Bennett, the most beautiful man ever. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I love it. It's like when Sandra Lee would get like a little.
I wonder if
the old governor, the old first lady of New York.
I wonder if Rachel Ray,
first partner,
has hosted Gaga, Tony Bennett's other dear friend. Probably. They're all Italians.
Gaga is in her element right now in Venice.
Is Rachel Ray Italian?
Not sure. Stephanie is in Venice right now. She's promoting Folie à Deux. The reviews they're
mixed, but I
polarized, which I think is a good sign.
Just a toe into the reviews. And then I said, because I don't like to read any reviews before I watch a movie because I don't want anything to like color my experience. And then I undipped my toe and said, I just have to wait. I just have to be patient.
But Venice is like Venice is where Star is Born premiered, and like this.
So she's really feeling.
She loves arriving by boat.
Yeah, she was born to arrive by boat.
But
Joaquin is also looking fucking good.
Yeah, he's looking
I saw
real
him get
good.
out of the boat on TikTok, and I said, "Woo!"
They seem like they have a good little colleague-ship.
I think like
I think he
I could
respects
see
her.
him really liking her and her really liking him. Like they're respecting
They're very
each other
serious
as
people.
artists. Like, yeah, they get to. It's
very
really
serious.
good for a deeply serious artist to work and hang out with another deeply serious artist.
The one thing of the reviews that I went like this was all the bad ones I've read. Their main complaint was there was not enough Gaga, which I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
That's annoying.
And all of them were like, more Gaga would have made it better. Because
The
here's
worst ones I read were like, it's really boring.
Yeah, it's also
Why?
like a
I said.
courtroom
Why?
procedural. Why? I thought it was gonna be a zany musical.
I
while
thought
they're
it was
like,
zany musical in the insane asylum. That's what I'm signing.
yeah, I
up
thought it was
for.
like a musical jukebox musical while they're like slaying people's throats. That's what I want to see.
All right.
I did see a clip of her and I got chills.
I'm keeping my eye on you, Todd.
She looks so good in the movie.
They both look great.
But then this bizarre press conference where he was like, Joaquin, no one loves to talk about how skinny he got for a movie than Joaquin.
Joaquin and Christian Bale. One of them is always like getting rail thin for a movie.
Joaquin's a little too like, and for my taste, he's very like fixated on like, and so he was talking about it, and he first he asked Gaga if he could call her Stephanie. And she went, "You can." And then he goes, "Stephanie lost a lot of weight." And she goes, and she kind of seemed a little caught off guard. And I'm not even, and she went, "I did." And he goes, "I was very impressed. You went away for a month and you came back and you were really skinny." And
You got to do what you got to do in Hollywood. I mean, if they tell you you're in a role that you have to lose weight, I mean, thank God there's Ozempic now because you can do it quickly.
I know, but it just seemed like she was kind of like, shut the fuck up.
I like, though, them talking about, for some reason, I enjoy that.
The whole time Joaquin's up and he's going like this.
He's doing the Tyra.
Him and Rooney just sit at home and go, "PETA."
But you know
They
what?
love PETA.
I do think Joaquin lolls. Because I'm still here.
Debatable, in my opinion.
I'm still here as one of the greatest pieces of performance art of all time.
But
His movie, I'm Still Here, the mockumentary that he did.
Oh, okay.
I stand by that. It was like a game changer for me.
To me, he seems very non-law, and he seems like he takes himself really seriously. And
I know, but that I was like,
they asked him to address the Todd Haynes flop that he did, where he didn't show up, and
what did he say?
He said, "I'm not going to talk about it."
Yeah.
And I went, "Shame on you. Shame on you."
I'm glad that someone asked him. I knew when I saw him getting out of that boat, I was like, I'll bet everyone's been briefed not to fucking ask him, but I need to know.
And he said,
and he looked gay and ready to like suck and fuck on camera.
Well, apparently not gay enough.
I know.
He didn't go to fucking Mexico to shoot this movie with Todd Haynes. So I will never forgive you for that.
We need to get the tea on that.
So yeah, we'll figure out the tea from someone.
A lady meteorologist was fired for
being drunk.
Being fucking drunk. Everyone's just getting drunk these days. Yeah. Everyone's in their Chablis era. Oh, she drove drunk?
She pulled a Shannon.
Should I show you?
I'll show the fucking local 7. You don't want to fucking respect me? Oh my God, they're coming after her.
They're on her tail.
Wait, she did like she was like, this is a high-speed chase.
She's like, I can still make it. I can get away. Oh, I gotta lose him. Just around this corner.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
No. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
That was shocking. I didn't expect any of that.
Oh damn.
Whoa.
Not good, girl.
She was clear 3 feet in the air. The sparks.
That feeling when when you do not escape the cops and you actually wreck the car.
She literally went, "Here's my chance," and fucking floored
She said,
it.
"I've got this," and then she did not have it.
Whoa.
Look, she's fun. She's got a big old cup full of vodka.
She was only fined $375.
That's
All right.
it?
Yeah.
Pled guilty, fined $300.
License suspended for a year.
This all seems
pretty chill.
like, why isn't everyone just driving drunk? That's it?
So she got fired.
Oh, yeah.
And she's now suing the network for firing her because she said it's
good.
It's demonstrating the stigma around addiction. Okay.
Use it.
Incredible.
Use it to your advantage.
I'm obsessed.
I like her.
I got fired for driving drunk and crashing my car into like a telephone pole.
For endangering the lives of everyone in this small town. But it's your fault, actually, for perpetuating this stigma.
That's incredible.
This is a great pivot. Plead guilty, pay minimal fees, you can now take Ubers everywhere, take the train, and sue the shit out of your employer.
She said, I've been honest and authentic about my journey, and I will continue to do so. For me, but for also you and everyone who is struggling in silence for fear of this type of conduct by your own employers. This is incredible.
Set the precedent, girl.
Gaslighting queen. Blaming them.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you fire me?
How fucking dare you fire me, you fucking faggots.
I've been honest.
I have been honest.
And now look.
Okay,
good for her.
She's sober. Queen.
Where does she live? Kentucky?
Ohio.
Jesus was seen.
Jesus was seen here.
This was a Jesus was seen moment. The video of her.
Meteorologists always get like.
They're a little twisted.
No, but I feel like there's always like some drama. Like I remember one time a meteorologist got fired or got in trouble because it was real that he had like a low-key OnlyFans.
Oh, that's not fair.
And that's
suable.
That's actually like
she reached a speed of 70 miles per hour in a 35 zone and had a blood alcohol level of 0.244%.
Whoa.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say
look at the sparks. Jesus was
she
seen.
Didn't get fired for this crash. I'm sure that she was a real handful leading up to this.
Oh,
this is just the ultimate reason for them to pull the trigger.
Yeah, this is I think that guy who got fired for the only, like that's grounds for suing.
Mm-hmm.
This, I'm a little like, honey.
Yeah.
Speaking of RHOC, Tamra was weeping all over social media.
Oh my God.
Calling out Vicki.
She's still healing from her face transplant.
I have to say the reaction to her face on social media has been unbelievable. Everyone is like, it was
shocking.
She got memed hard.
The swelling was shocking. I revisited it yesterday on her TikTok just to really get through the journey. And it's shocking, but ultimately incredibly educational.
Please leave me alone.
Vicki really went to work on this podcast. This is where she talked about dying, and then she's talking about Tamra.
Vicki was on, again, this My Friend Soulmate podcast, and she laid into Tamra a little.
Tamra called Shannon a cunt. You and I talked about that, and I think they cut that out. And I went outside and I said to Tom, our producer, I said, I don't know what's going on here. Why is Tamra so upset with Shannon? He's like, we don't really know. It didn't pertain to her. Go back out there and tell them this has got to stop. Women don't treat women this way. I said, that's at my core of who I am. But these women are supposed to be friends, and also they're doing a job together. Why is Tamra so involved in what Shannon went through? And I couldn't get an answer from Tamra. Like, why are you making this about you? Because she needs to, because she doesn't have anything going. She won't expose her and Eddie's real problems in their marriage. Oh, because their marriage is perfect? Doubt it. She won't talk about Sydney, who she hasn't seen in years.
That's why she's hateful to other people, because then it scares them to bring up
this queen. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
They know they see what's coming their way if they bring it up. You know what I mean? I think that's
my
why
daughter didn't talk to me, I'd be on a flippin' plane right now, knocking on her door, begging her for forgiveness, and I don't even care what I did.
So let's see what Tamra said.
Tamra heard this. That's
I have to say, she's not wrong.
No.
So Tamra, still recovering from Facegate, took to her,
a little less swollen
headboard.
Oh no.
I've tried so hard not to listen to what Vicki had said about me. And I just keep getting bombarded with it.
Oh, man.
I'm in just disbelief. In such disbelief that this woman would go so low. Do you know what it's like to lose a child? Do you know what it's like?
You didn't really lose a
It's the
child.
most painful
She has no
thing.
tears.
She insinuated it was
It's
because
fake.
I was- No, that's not what it is. You win, Vicki. I don't know what you want from me.
This is a fake cry. There's no tears coming out.
You kick me when I'm down. You hurt me all the time. I can't do it anymore. I don't want any part of this. You can have my spot on the show. You can have whatever you want. Just please leave my family alone. Please.
Okay, also, like,
This
just proves everyone's point, though.
wait, this is literally, I'm chilled to the bone how fake that was.
Me too.
That
And
is
also, it's like,
Shocking.
if people were saying this shit about, if I was in Tamra's position and people were saying this shit
Yeah.
about me, and the big critique was like, she lives for the applause, she's too on the show, she's like embarrassing,
She cries.
I would think about that. And then maybe my approach would be to just like privately text Vicki and be like, you fucking cunt, like, I'll send you all the message like that I just said. But instead, she's going on a public social media platform and doing this like performance. And then that just proves that she does actually live for the applause. She doesn't take anything into consideration.
Yeah, she's very online and she's healing. She's now taking this time to heal in public.
Also, like, I would text my daughter. I don't know. It is weird the way that she trots her family out on the show when they're clearly uncomfortable with it. The girls. I mean, Sydney also probably is like, don't ever speak my name on television. And she does anyways, which would, if I were the daughter
Oh,
and
yeah.
my mom was doing that, I too would be really pissed off.
Also, do you know what it's like to lose a child? It's like, she's
you
not
didn't
dead.
lose her. She's literally alive.
She's alive. She probably lives in like the next county over.
Yeah, she was seen.
Sydney was seen.
Show me to me.
Show me to me. Like, truly, what the fuck are you talking about? And like, again, I don't know what it's like to go through a divorce with children and have estrangement. Like, I'm sure it was traumatizing and horrible for Tamra. I'm not denying her that, but like, you know, spare us the
Histrionics, babe.
you know,
You're out here with a lollipop head posting all over socials.
what? Her head.
Her head looks like a chupa chup.
Those kind that like Baby Spice used to have. Okay, well, speaking
Okay,
of
we gotta
Rosie,
go. We have to not go. We have to go.
no, we're going
gonna
down.
go
We're
now
going south.
down a road. We're gonna recap episode 7 and 8 of.
We're gonna combine them because we
RHOC.
thought, to be
They're a little
honest,
bit-
they're both really fucking boring.
They were boring.
And I have a lot to say about the Traders episode. I have a lot to say about a certain cameo from a certain housewife where talk about wanting to shout at the screen.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. So I'm Carrie
I'm Lara.
and you're listening to Sexy Unique.
podcast.
Spooky.
We're back in Big Bear.
Oof.
Episode 7, everyone wakes up and all the girls are kind of like gathering, sidebarring, and they all agree like Katie's the bomb. We like her. And I was like, what's not to like?
I know that mountain home smells like farts and Caesar.
It's too carpeted in there.
Mm-hmm. And then I still can't believe Tammy sucked on Jen's foot.
Me neither. I'm keep trying to forget it, but they want me to remember. Meanwhile, in La Quinta,
She was like this.
she went in. She ate food like off of her toes.
Mhm.
Don't-
And Jen was like, I'm being accepted.
Yeah. And was like, finally.
We wake up in La Quinta and Gina calls out how bad the house smells because it smells like chili.
Ew.
Chili in the hot desert sun. Oof.
An old vat of chili.
But also, I'm going to heat it up and eat it.
Ew. Shannon's crying at breakfast because she's told that she owes Johnny J $75K plus attorney's fees.
Goes, do you know what it's like for me in my life? She's constantly Julianne Moore and Magnolia.
She is. And also, it's like if you're around Shannon and you try and talk about anything else, it's always going to come back to $75K plus attorney's fees.
Just pay it. You're rich.
I love Emily going, why don't you just pay him like $30K and get him out of your life? I was like, I love you for that. Horrible thing to say to Shannon because she doesn't want to pay him any money, Emily, but I love Emily. The lawyer in her is like, $30K.
Wait, I also had I have this very weird like visual phenomenon that happens when I gaze upon Gina, because sometimes I'm like, I think she's as teeny tiny as Sabrina Carpenter, and then I see her and she's like a tall girl. She's like your height.
Gina?
She's tall as fuck. She's tall.
She's a tall girl?
Yeah, I was watching her at the counter making breakfast, and she looms. She's willowy.
She does like read tiny,
but then
then she isn't like a gagita.
She gives me,
because Emily's a tall girl.
She gives me gagita, and then all of a sudden I'm like, damn, she's like a weeping willow.
She's a shapeshifter.
She's a shapeshifter, and I'm like, it's not like a criticism. Obviously, Gina contains multitudes.
She really does. She's like one thing and then another. I stand with Shannon though on the Johnny J 75K. Like I would simply refuse.
I get it. Alexis back at the home.
Lexi?
Woo! Lexi's here.
Woo!
Woo!
Lexi! Woo! I gotta call Johnny J.
Tell him. Like Alexis says that she's potentially premenopausal. Because they're like, do you drink Red Bull in the morning or do you drink coffee? And she goes, lately I've been drinking coffee and then drinking Red Bull. And I've also been missing my periods and then having them regularly. And I think I'm premenopausal. And then everyone's like, we didn't ask you about that.
Okay, like Red Bull or fucking coffee, you crazy ass bitch. Lexi is off the rails at all times. She's classically Lexi 24/7.
Oh.
See what I mean?
They're full as
There's
fuck.
something about this like iced tea. It just sloshes out.
Can I say though?
Lexi's the kind of woman you ask her a question, she'll like tell you about her ovaries.
But listen, my shocking revelation is she's kind of fun to watch.
So fun. I'm obsessed with her on TV.
Like, I love her.
I want nothing to do with it. Like she's like the chaotic friend.
Yeah.
Like who
please get away
sucks
from
the
me.
Energy out of the room.
She's a little bit Brandy.
It is a bit Brandy, but like still more fun.
I saw this meme of Caroline Manzo and Brandy superimposed together on a private plane on the way back from Morocco. And it was Caroline season 1 reunion of RHOCS going to Danielle, you know what you did, and I am disgusted. What you did is disgraceful. And then you just see Brandy going, fuck you.
I need whoever did that to just like AI memeify the entire season of Morocco Girls Trip. Like I would just watch like a fake
like Todd
AI.
Haynes Superstar where they're all dolls.
Yeah.
The Karen Carpenter story.
Now that Todd Haynes doesn't have a movie going on, maybe he could just do that.
He'd do like a great Housewives kind of.
He should direct like a season of Housewives.
Yeah.
Jen reveals that her ex-husband is dating her old interior designer. This is the most OC thing ever.
Named Lara.
They've been together for 3 years. I thought that she just got divorced from this guy.
I think they were separated.
I haven't like really kept up with her.
She said she passed by Lara who was like parked on the street and she stopped and like raged at her from her car and then forgave her.
She was like, we're best friends. Let's figure this out, girly.
But then Tamra, she's like, but it is hard. And Tamra goes, what about social media? Do you see them on social media? And does that bother you? And then Jen goes, well, I'm blocked on social media by him, so I can't really see like their life together. And then Tamra goes, I'm not blocked. Takes her Instagram pulls up Will's Instagram, Will Pedrati and Lara and their life, pulls up the most painful video of them like live, laugh, loving with all of their blended family.
Having like a beautiful blended family day.
Shoves it in Jen's face and goes, look at this. What does this make you feel like? What does this make you feel like? And then Jen goes, oh, this is really hard, actually. Oh. And then Tamra goes, do you feel erased? Do you feel sort of like you were removed from the equation, that you were erased? And Jen goes, I do right now. And then Tamra goes, I know what that's like. I was erased too. I was like, oh my goodness. You just made this completely about yourself.
And then Tamra cries.
What the fuck?
Everyone's crying about their divorce. Lexi joins in. And then Katie's just sitting there like, what the fuck?
He's like, I'm happily married right now.
Lexi She cries and we get a flashback of the night before. They're like, we did OnlyFans and we did Bible study. And then it's Lexi clutching Tamra to her breast after Tamra's saying all about her like divorce trauma and drama and like her sadness over Sydney. And Lexi's going, I am just here right now. I am praying on you and lifting you up. We are lifting you up, girl.
And then you cut to Katie and Jen and they're literally like this. Tamra pulls the Christian card, like Christian. She pulls that card a lot when she's like, I'm like, I know she's like born again, but I'm like.
Some Christians love to be absolute cunts and then pull the Christian card.
Mm-hmm.
And Tamra's one of those Christians.
I pray for you. I pray.
I'm lifting you
up.
Jesus, please.
Jesus, please. Your daughter needs
up.
you. Your sister, she needs you right now.
Jesus is like, get back to fighting. That's entertaining.
He's like, I'm in Ohio. Gina makes fun of Emily for being a bad athlete because they played tennis together.
They're playing pickleball, which is like the real pandemic.
Gina goes, can we talk it out, please? And then Emily goes, no, I don't want to. She goes, come on, bitch. Let's talk it out. So then they like hash it out. They yell at each other.
I hate the way Gina fights. It's my least favorite kind of fighting style because
speak on it.
She's the kind of person like you start to talk it out with them and then she takes it to a place of, okay, that's fine. Everyone's mad at me then. Everyone's just mad. And then walks away and it's like, okay, that's not talking.
She goes martyr.
She goes full martyr hyperbole, like taking it to like the farthest extent and then running away. And it's like, can you just fucking calm the fuck down?
Emily's like, you're so far up Heather's asshole. It's not even funny. And then she goes, well, I think you've become like cuntier from hanging out with Tamra. And then Emily goes, that's not true. And then Gina goes, I just don't like seeing you be the grand high bitch, which I liked.
I know, but I think many things are true. I do think probably Tamra's influence isn't great on your cunt levels, but also when you get really skinny, the cunt comes out.
Also, we cut to Shannon and Heather inside and they both put on their like great acting faces and they go, what's going on out there? Oh, what's that noise? And I'm like, Shannon really missed her calling to be an actress.
I know.
She could have been an actress.
She still could.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we do know a lot about her, but she could become a woman of mystery and then be in some Hallmark movies. And Gina and Emily like fight by a hedge. Then we cut to I was like, I can't like do any more pickleball stuff. Like, please make it stop.
Never forget the Lala Rand pickleball fiasco.
Their pickleball era. I just like can't do it anymore. Like, please, enough.
Enough pickleball in LA and California.
I'm just like on my housewife, not on my housewives. Lexi walks into Katie's room. Lexi? She goes, Lexi's here. What's this? You made your bed? I'm going to ruin it. Lays on Katie's bed. And then she's like, I just think you should. Heather's my best friend. So I think you should apologize to her for laughing. And I was like, the laughing at golf day wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
Lexi says, apologize. Then Jen and Tamra talk. And Jen says, you apologize. I know what you're doing.
But as soon as Jen said, because I was like, Tamra and Jen are finally in a good place. And as soon as Jen said, I see what you're doing with Shannon, though, I went, oh, bitch, don't do it. This girl, she's not going to let you live it. I literally was like, Jen, stop. I like now I'm fully on board with like the Jen love. And I get her and I love her. I never want her to work another day in her life. And I don't care if she owes $500 million to anyone. And if her boyfriend / fiance / husband is like a weird gambling addict or whatever it is he does. Oh, yeah.
I just root for her. And you know what? I think my girl will just hop on another, hopefully less shady, far more wealthy dick. And I support that.
Yeah, I'm
keep transferring your debt to from man to man. Like, you've earned that right.
I have flip-flopped so hard.
Oh, I'm 100% on board. Don't lift a finger, my queen.
And then Alexis starts crying about Shannon's videos of the night of the DUI.
Well, Lexi then, once she tells Katie, apologize for laughing, goes to call a person that she literally can't go more than 45 minutes without FaceTiming. Johnny J. She gets on FaceTime with Johnny J. And you just hear her stomping around upstairs going, the gloves are off. The gloves are coming off. These gloves, they're off. The gloves are fucking off.
Consider these gloves, consider them off.
These gloves, they were once on, but look, they're coming off. Cry. Then Lexi cries to Katie. She goes, I just know Johnny is so upset. I can hear it in Johnny's voice. He's upset.
She goes, Shannon's videos tonight of the DUI. She goes, you don't understand. She's such a piece of shit. I'm going to throw up. What she said. I'm like, what the fuck did she say? She's such a piece of shit. You have no idea what she did. I'm going to throw up.
Like,
what could she have
Shannon doing like a full-blown like Nazi salute on camera? There's just nothing that she could do that would really like take her ass out.
I'm really confused.
Even the producers, they go, what specifically happened to make the gloves come off?
And Alexis goes, you'll see.
She goes, I'm not at liberty to say. That's something you'll have to ask him. It was like classic Lexi.
Yeah.
She goes, I have the footage. It'll ruin her life.
Was she drunk?
She's always like, Lexi's always like kind of drunk.
Yeah. So
then we flash forward though.
Another 8 months.
2 weeks.
and
Shannon's crying.
Mm-hmm.
We cut like a little bit forward. They give us like a sneak peek because I'm sure they know as an audience we're like really over these threats.
Yeah.
And we want to get to like the real deal.
Juice.
Show us the fucking show me to me. And so they show us Shannon crying to just like satiate us and to like be. It's like the producers are like, we know this episode's really boring and you're now hearing the same thing that you've heard in prior episodes. So here's Shannon crying. Then Tamra comes over to Gina's house.
And I go, this is why Gina broke up with Travis or made his ass move out because she's renovating the house now.
Yeah. Wait, I also was like,
I love her pretending too that she like, yeah, like I it's not that I like broke up with Travis. That's not like immediately started. I'm not doing like a fresh start thing. It's just like, I just wanted to like do some stuff.
She's like, it's so weird because he feels like I'm erasing him, but I'm not.
You are.
You absolutely are. I also was like, these kids have drawn on the walls in such a way.
Yeah, that was a little excessive.
I don't know if it's a kind of thing
a little
like
disturbed
where she's like, oh, they're going to get repainted. So like do what you've always wanted, which is draw over the walls, which is kind of fun, Mom. But then I was like, with kids, you never know. They're just out here like drawing on the walls.
Yeah, the kids, they're all these wall drawings look like incantations.
They were Blair Witch adjacent.
It's super Blair Witch.
It was. It was the last scene of Blair Witch.
Yeah, and they're literally on with a pencil on the walls going, like drawing like witch wingdings.
It was very like Sixth Sense, Haley Joel Osment's preschool drawings.
Yeah.
I'd be redoing shit too.
I'd be worried. I'd lock my door at night.
I'd be like, we're staging and painting in here.
Katie and Emily meet at a candy shop, which I really wanted to go to.
I thought of you.
And their sons are all really cute.
They are.
The one son, Emily's son, Katie's son, who's 6, says to Emily's son, who's 9, how old are you? And he goes, I'm 9. What about you? And he goes, I'm 6. And I was like,
the 6-year-old is very smart.
He is. And he looks just like Katie. No, and he also looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Mm-hmm. Emily goes, how was your trip? And then Katie goes, my stomach was hurting from laughing so much.
Yeah, Gina's like, cool.
Great.
We ate chili in the desert.
We ate chili and Shannon cried. Gina yelled at me.
Tamra once again goes in on Shannon's alcoholism.
I know. She also tells Gina that Lexi never shuts up. Lexi's always just yapping about anything.
She is.
She's just a real yapper, that Lexi.
She goes, well, you're not. She goes, Gina, like, I know you both had DUIs, but like, you don't have issues with alcohol. And Gina goes, yeah, I did. Because that's why I kind of stopped drinking. If you get like a DUI, there's an issue.
There's an issue.
Yeah. Tamra, then this is why I'm like, Tamra,
methinks thou doth
maybe
a little
loop yourself out of this
here.
Conversation.
I know. And Tamra's going, how was Shannon? Did she drink? And Gina goes, she did.
She did.
Tamra also, when you're that worried about someone else's drinking, you're kind of mostly worried about your own.
Well, it's funny because when I got sober, I had some people be like a little weird about it.
Like how?
Just not like discouraging me, but just kind of like, oh, you know, and sort of like
being like that was like a brash decision. Maybe like you've gone too far to the other side.
A little.
Like don't get
crazy.
Don't get crazy. Just get a little buzzed. Get a little buzzed. Don't get wasted.
Or like I don't think your problem is alcohol. I think your problem is like mental illness.
Mental health.
Which I'm like, I think it's both.
You're like fair,
but also I'm an alcoholic.
Well, alcohol is, I would say, not helping.
No, and I think it's slowly killing me.
I also
just always made me think like you're projecting a little.
Definitely.
Obviously.
I have to say too, after not drinking or like really pulling it back / not drinking, I am a lot less concerned with how much other people drink, even alcoholics I know. Like I simply like don't.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care
unless
anymore.
It's like directly affecting me in the moment and it's like making me uncomfortable.
Well,
but but otherwise, like I'm not thinking about.
I'm not holding space like thinking about other people's drinking in a way that I was when I was like drinking regularly.
Yeah, when you're caught up in your cups, you're noticing other people. You're in your cups.
Is that what they say?
Yeah. You're noticing other people in their cups a little more than you should be noticing yourself.
True. I even had a moment today where I was driving here to the studio earlier and I was thinking, I was just like, damn, I'm glad to like not be drinking.
Good.
It was like, I was like, I really did that.
It's nice.
I know. And I remember
you did do that.
Being like, I just like can't imagine like not drinking. And now I can't imagine
not
drinking.
having a little vino, you mean?
Yeah, or just like not being able to just like drink whenever I wanted. Now I don't even want to drink.
Yeah,
Thank you.
No, it's
Thank
amazing.
you.
I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It is.
Like the
chokehold.
I just can't believe I haven't done coke in 8 years.
I know, that's wild.
Girl, I miss it sometimes.
I know you do.
Being honest.
I miss it too. And I haven't done it.
But then I immediately, the good news is now when I say I miss it, I immediately get the thought of the feeling of the strung out feeling.
It's really
and I literally
good
go,
to have visceral knowledge of the bad side of the things that you miss because that helps you like not miss them as much.
Yeah, like having postnasal drip at work and being like,
yeah, having like an active sinus infection that requires medical intervention,
and having like coke diarrhea in the toilet.
Yeah,
it's a laxative,
and
just being like, I hate being like, oh, you know.
Yeah, I don't miss it.
No,
don't miss that.
Don't miss that part.
But I would every once in a while.
Oh, yeah,
I would love to go, ooh, Black Betty, bam, lamb, ooh, Black, go full blow.
Every now and then I like to go a little Rockefeller skank.
I love to go.
Right about now.
I know.
The funky old
it's
brother.
Sad
Check
when you
it out.
can't go full Black Betty.
You know. Just talking about nothing.
Yeah, I would love to tell a stranger my entire life story plus trauma. Would love to tell them about like would love to get in like a deep conversation with a stranger being like totally and then like be like, yes, I was raped too. Mm-hmm. And then like, you're like
pretty much everyone in my life has been raped.
Yeah, but unfortunately
it's not how the cards are.
And it's also a really good thing that people don't like. There is a stigma. Let's talk about breaking stigmas of like smoking coke at parties. Because I would be doing that. If
what do you mean?
Like, just, you know.
I mean, I used to do that.
I know, but
people
like,
do that regularly?
Freebasing.
Yeah.
But you would do it at parties? Like a party, like a fun, flirty party where people are doing blow, but then you would maybe be freebasing?
Maybe like sneak into the...
Damn, you were fun. I'm glad we didn't know each other. If I had met you and I knew that, if I had met you and I knew that you were fucking freebasing.
Let's go.
Ow.
We would have had so much fun.
The Lord, he works in mysterious ways because he did not let us meet under those circumstances.
We would have been on the fire escape.
Oh, girl.
Literally going like.
Climbing up, climbing down.
You and I would simply become silhouette.
We would become bats together.
Yeah.
We'd be hanging upside down on the fire escape, just yapping to each other.
Yeah. Just
Pass that over here.
pass over here.
Do you know the amount of times, which is just 2, that I've tried to casually suggest that we may be freebased for a night, and people are like, no. It's good that they're like,
it's not that big of a deal.
I know, and people make it a really big deal. I'm
like
here
smoking,
to say,
like
it's the same. You're doing the same drug.
yeah.
You think it's like, oh, it's so like upper class if you're like snorting coke
To smoke a cig with coke in it?
Oh yeah, but that's not like freebasing.
You're talking about like tinfoil.
Yeah,
Yeah, girl.
talking about a different method.
Mm-hmm.
Chasing the dragon.
Chasing the dragon, if you will.
I go, let's get a little traffic in here.
I think I maybe did that once.
Oh, I thought that's what you were.
No, I thought you meant
about.
like I used to like put coke in my cigarette.
Everyone does that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of freebasing.
Mm,
A little bit. You're talking like Erica Christensen style.
yes.
Oh, I didn't do that, honey.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
But I would have done it if you offered it.
Okay.
If I had seen you if I was like, I'd be like, this girl, she's got my number, and I would have
know.
run in and been like, let's do this.
I would have been like
Yeah,
to you. I'm just saying, like, let's end that stigma and
People
get
should
fun
do-
flirty.
people should do that more.
I think it's good that they don't do it regularly. That they keep
you were
it.
encouraging people to go tinfoil.
Well, yeah, I've just been like, what about that? Throwing that because I be at places. I'll be at places. I'd be at places where
I think if you start freebasing, you
I
look
know
a lot
it's a little
like
problem.
you,
And freebase stigma is what I'm saying. I think
and addiction stigma.
I find myself in situations, let's just say, where like a delightful gay is like, do you want some coke? And I have to be like, no. And then I will casually be like, freebase?
Oh, right, because you can't do coke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Because I get like a horrible sinus
Right,
infection,
right,
like allergic reaction.
Right.
And so then I'm
Exactly.
like, what
Yeah.
about, I'm like kind of joking, but I'm also
You're
not.
like this. What about this?
You just go to the corner. I guess it's like the act of it is ugly, but maybe we need to, maybe if someone made cute.
You like to go like this.
Yeah. With a little straw. Here's my thing. A smart entrepreneur would make cute freebasing merch. Like instead, like a cute, maybe if you have a lighter in a really chic lighter case and then some sort of like reusable Tiffany type of metal foil. And then like a little silver straw. I think it's like just lacking the right accessories.
What if it was like kind of copper colored?
That too? I don't know how that oxidizes. Like
No.
if you might have to be silver. We can do market research. Let's research, mama.
Not me.
But I'm just saying, like it just has never gone over well when I haven't found like a freebaser.
Well-
and you know what? I don't want to find.
Here's the deal.
I want to find someone that wants to just freebase for
Here's
fun
the deal.
once or
There
twice.
should be a little stigma when it comes to freebasing. I think it's
But
good.
why? It's the same thing.
Well,
You're doing the same
I think there should be
thing.
stigma
No?
about snorting it, but not in a shaming way, but like
Ew.
there's fentanyl maybe.
Yeah. I
Be-
mean, that's
be
also
careful,
a good
girl.
thing. I think people are testing.
Well, I think that my biggest issue is that the testing strips still haven't gone as mainstream as they should be. Like people still don't know about it or just forget to do it. I think they should be way more ubiquitous with like casual drug use. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people are doing I know for a fact that if I was still actively in addiction, I would absolutely forget to test my coke at like 5 a.m. You kidding me?
Oh, yeah. No, that's
get the
like
bag.
too much chemistry for that.
But that's the thing. But in an ideal world, every time someone would do it, there'd be like a testing thing. But it's just not.
What
there
about
has-
cute Coke accessories like you have your freebasing kit,
A tinfoil
your straw,
tester.
and a tester,
The
a case for the
tinfoil?
test, and a
put the
case
Coke
for
on
the
it?
Narcan, like a Narcan case.
Well, that would be a great world if that was all like.
Just like cute drug paraphernalia.
But I think people are elitist about drugs.
They're
and
very tell you right now, first they're elitist about.
No, but they're like, I don't need that, any of that. You know what I mean? Like they're like, Narcan is for like, you know, I think people still, there's still so much stigma that people still think the only people doing that are like
drug addicts.
They don't have like a home, or like they're like on the street, and it's like, no, everyone should have this shit.
Anyone can die of.
No, that's what I'm
no.
saying though, but then you have like, you know, some like chic gays and girlies who go to like Gallatin NYU, and they're doing casual blow after living in New York after college on like a Saturday night, and they're probably forgetting like
so many things. Test your coke.
Travel
with Narcan.
Someone should always have Narcan if you're friends with people
freebasing stigma. Think about it.
All can be true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
that is my platform for Shane Hall's O'Donnell 2024.
And make freebasing a thing.
Make freebasing okay again.
Was it ever okay? That's the question. Ask yourself that.
Has it ever been?
No, because it makes your teeth look like Pennywise.
Only if you're like doing it all the time.
Well, but that's what happens, Laura.
But don't.
That's what happens if you start you smoke coke, you get addicted.
More
fast.
addicted than just a snort.
I feel like
in my mind,
it's not the same thing, but it's like
just more intense.
I think it goes
but I think freebasing is different than crack.
It's not the same. Crack is different. Yeah.
We have a lot of Googling to do, but we'll do it and we'll get back to you.
Minus the actual doing it.
Oh no.
Okay.
No one will I don't buy drugs.
No one will let me. No one wants to do.
No, that's just the problem. No one wants to do it.
There will be one
Stay
gay.
That way,
there will be one gay at a party if you're ever in a place of like, I just want to do a little coke. There will be some gay that's like, hey, I'll smoke it with you. Someone in LA.
Honey, I'm telling you right now, I've been around a lot of gays doing coke, and they all seem to be unified in their stance of we don't want to smoke coke with you.
I'll say I was like a snobby drug user, and I had no right to be. I was a fucking I was a trash ball, but I was like, oh, I won't do that.
I know people.
Meanwhile, I'm like pissing myself. I'm wetting my pants 3 nights a week, and I'm like, I won't smoke coke. I won't do crack.
This is just what I'm saying. I'm literally let's break down some barriers.
Yeah.
And open our minds a bit.
Okay. Well, we end with Tamra and Jen and Ryan go to get pedicures.
Oh wait, so the big Katie tells Gina.
Emily tells
Katie had told Gina that there is Ring camera, the footage that could end Shannon's life as we know it, is that there's Ring camera footage of Shannon almost running over John's daughter. I truly laughed out loud. I jibbled at that realization.
Why?
I was like, release it. That's amazing.
She went full Ma, running over.
Get out of my fucking way!
Get out of my way, you fucking piece of shit!
Almost running over.
I'll kill you.
Not the same as running someone over when you're drunk. Let's just be honest about that. Almost running someone over when you're drunk is funny.
I like when Luann went, I'm gonna fucking kill you to the cops.
As long as no one gets hurt, almost running your idiot boyfriend's daughter over is pretty hilarious.
How old is her daughter?
Old enough to run away. Old enough to not
she's
move her fucking ass.
She's legal.
It's fine.
I
say release it.
Release the tapes.
Everyone, the fans want to see it.
Is that what? So that's what's so incriminating?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm out here thinking like
she's like done.
Shannon is like in the full KKK gear, like marching around and burning crosses on John Jansen's front lawn. Like that is like where my head goes when it's like it will end her life as we know. It's disgusting. Meanwhile, all she's doing is like pushing a little too hard on the gas when she's throwing it in reverse.
I'm also like, have you ever been to this country? Like no one cares about like people's lives.
Nothing ends.
Nothing ends.
It's only a new beginning.
There was a school shooting yesterday. Like literally, I'm like, she almost killed someone. It's like, no one gives a fuck.
She didn't kill anyone.
Yeah.
She just like made her have to move fast, think fast.
America would actually be like, she should have killed her. She should have run her over.
I go, what did she do to deserve it? You know? Yeah, Ryan and Jen go get petties together.
It's a lot of feet.
So much feet.
With Jen. Ryan is like
Kind of hot.
He's a secure man. But then I'm like, I have to say though, before I even saw the teaser of what's to come about Ryan, I didn't know any of this information.
I didn't know it either.
I haven't looked up stuff.
People were commenting, but I was like, I have too much on my plate to think about this right now. I'll see it when I see it.
You're like, please leave me alone.
Please, in my time of need, just let me get to the Ryan fraud stuff when I get there.
But he has a glint in his eye that in this moment where I went, I'm afraid of him a little. There's something off.
I feared him and continue to fear him when they gave them the iced coffees at the pedicure place. And he goes, I'll have a double shot of Malibu rum in mine. I said, this man is out of fucking control.
And he goes, just kidding.
She goes, the crazy thing is he's not kidding.
She's like,
she keeps saying he's not kidding about everything he says.
When is he kidding?
Never.
Tamra goes to meet Shannon for dinner, and they go to like a kind of like, for some reason I heard like pirate music.
They went to like, I feel like Tamra is always trying to like bait Shannon and trigger Shannon. Like for some reason going to like a festive type of Mexican pirate restaurant seems like
she's trapping her.
She's trapping her. She's making her think of margaritas. She's making her think of Tres Amigas.
Wait, Tamra did this with Gretchen.
Tamra's evil.
She is.
She's evil.
Mailer Damon.
She's she is Mailer Damon.
Shannon arrives in a Sea Org ass blazer. And she's nautical as fuck. And she sits down and she goes, I've never been in here before.
She's looking around and
I'll have a Pellegrino seltzer water to the server.
Shannon's in hell. I wish she would just roll in and be like, I'll have a fucking
you know what?
I'll have a skinny margarita.
She should have just been like,
just stare at Tamra.
I'll have a large
Cadillac
margarita and then a shot of tequila separately on the side. How about that? And then I go, I would have done that.
I would have then when they brought it, said thank you, and then put the straw in my mouth and then drank the whole thing in one
and then
sip.
Go, brain freeze.
What
do you want to talk about? But no, she goes, I'll have a Pellegrino. And then Tamra goes like this. And then Tamra goes, I'm honestly surprised you haven't reached out to me. And then Shannon goes, after you yelled at me? Is that what you're saying right now? And then Tamra goes, that's what I'm saying right now. Like she imitates Shannon. And I went, oh, this is just like that really, I fugued.
It was hard. I started to fugue as well.
She started mocking the way Shannon's face looks when she says certain words. And I was like,
Tamra, why be such a bitch?
Get off her dick. And then Tamra.
Just have fun. It would be far more effective for their friendship if that was something that Tamra really was interested in preserving. If Tamra showed up and said, girl, let's just get margs and talk about the good old days.
Or if Shannon rolled up and she was like, hey, I have in my bag, I have tinfoil and Coke and a little plastic straw or a little like, what are those?
Shannon goes, I'm not drinking anymore, but I am freebasing. Want to try it?
Let's go in the bathroom right now.
That would be killing.
That would be major. That would gag Tamra more than anything. Tamra wouldn't know what to do with herself. She would simply have to go, sure.
Yeah.
And then she goes, so how have you been? And Shannon's like, I've been good. I've been laying low. And then Tamra waits till the server comes up to go, have you been drinking? And then Shannon goes, you know what, Tamra? I just can't. I can't. I don't know why she has an Irish accent.
She is Irish.
She's spiritually Irish to me. She goes, oh, I can't with these questions anymore. I haven't asked you about all the times that you have not represented yourself well with drinking. And then Tamra goes, well, have I driven my car into a house? And Shannon goes, you know what?
I have to step away for a second.
I have to step away. So she goes to the bathroom and goes, a producer goes in, I think, with Shannon because she's talking to herself in the bathroom.
Shannon, when pushed to the brim, engages in conversations with herself about what's going on. And I love that about her. Never stop, I say. Tamra also, then she just triples down. A producer comes over and she's like, where is she? They go, Shannon's in the bathroom. She goes, where is she? Going to go have a drink?
Stop it.
Girl.
The only one that's obsessed with booze right now is you.
Yeah.
Ms. Barney. Judge.
Get a grip.
Get a fucking grip.
Tammy.
Child of God. Not very Christian
This
behavior.
is not baptized and highly prized behavior.
Yeah.
This is demonic.
Yeah.
You literally baited this woman into like a fun Margaritaville location and then just
you
jumped down her fucking throat.
You literally brought her to like Mr. Krabs' shack in SpongeBob SquarePants.
Like a restaurant you know she'd love to have a marg at.
Yeah.
And then we're like, are you drinking?
What is she? Is she getting herself a drink? And then Shannon comes back and she cries about her private hell. And then Tamra ends up hugging her and she goes, I'm having a game night and I'd like to invite you and Vicki.
John is now suing Shannon for the $75K. And her lawyer went back to him with a settlement offer. And then John was like, no, how about you make monthly payments to me until you've like paid off the debt? And Shannon is truly at the idea of monthly pay. Like nothing is worse to her than a monthly payment.
To a wealthy woman, nothing is worth.
A monthly payment to your ex who paid for your facelift is a way to say, I'm sorry that I mooch all the time off of you.
But this kind of behavior is him still obsessed with her. It's like Sandoval with Ariana.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. And then Tamra goes, oh, I'm sorry. Well, come to my game night. Traders.
Well, I was on Traders, so I'm going to have a Traders night. And I would love for you to come.
And you can bring Vuki too. And she goes, should we hug? And then Shannon goes, okay. And then we get to the next episode.
Yeah. Shannon goes.
And her gay go to a dealership.
Her CFO, Steve.
He got a new car with a breathalyzer.
To install the breathalyzer.
This is what I wanted to see.
Yeah. I said, this is incredible. Like watching a woman get coached on how to use a breathalyzer, like watching a middle-aged drunk having to get coached, a drunk rich woman who's just gotten a DUI from driving her car into the house and when caught pretended to walk her dog. Watching her get a breathalyzer installed and having to like be shown how to use it is exactly the kind of television I tune in for.
It was informative. The guy who installs them, I'm like, it's kind of a good business. He goes, you have to hum into it. So it has to go, and then Shannon goes, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it.
A hum?
I can't do this. Oh my God. And then she does it again and he goes, great job.
What if I can't hum on the road? Have you ever known someone with a breathalyzer in their car?
Mm-mm.
I have.
Just Danica. You have?
Our fallen soldier, Danica.
Someone close to you?
Mm-hmm. It was...
You don't have to say.
Yeah, I won't say on here because I'm trying to preserve that relationship. But it was a moment. It was an era.
Shannon also didn't go forward with her booze brand.
Well, Shannon, doesn't she sell vitamins?
I thought she had a line of booze coming out that she was like, I can't in good faith put my name on this because I'm in like...
I think she sells like health supplement.
Oh.
I don't know exactly. I've never looked. Another thing that I'm like, too much on my plate, I can't.
That's a whole like obsidian darkness. Like,
but it does well, I think, up until she goes, sales are starting to go down before the DUI. Fucking sales were going down. And now her business is suffering because of the DUI and she can't be on socials promoting it, she feels.
I'm surprised because I feel like in our country, often when someone does something really bad, their sales go up.
I don't know. I'd love to see the profit and loss. But
this episode was a real snooze, I gotta say.
It really was.
Let's just get to let's just get to the traitors.
Katie, well, I have some notes.
Okay.
Katie and Jen do yoga, and Katie says in her one-on-one, she goes, I'm not going to kiss Heather's ass. I'm not Gina. And was like, ooh.
Katie says she and her husband fuck twice a day.
Love that.
And then you hear in the background, you hear, and Katie goes, was that Dawson? And Jen goes, yeah, that was Dawson. I go, he's like building a bomb. Dawson's like up to something.
When your angry son who's 17 starts revving the engine in the driveway when you're just trying to do yoga with your girly, you should check his room for bombs and at least like a gun.
Sleep with a gun under your bed.
Yeah.
Katie had a baby at her wedding. So her oldest daughter, she had her at 21, and her parents pressured her to continue with the wedding because Katie was like, I'm not sure I want to do this. I don't think I'm ready yet to get married. And they were like, do it because we bought tickets to come out here.
We're all here.
And
It's
we're Catholic.
happening. And like, just do it, girl. And she was like, okay, but let this be a lesson to everyone. If you even if you've paid for all of it and you're about to walk down the aisle and you're like, I don't want to do this, you just should not do it.
I love the parents. We already paid to be out here.
So just do it.
We got our block of rooms booked at the Marriott.
No.
Katie's husband now basically her daughter sees him as her dad.
Yeah, and she's changing her
name to be Janella.
That's sweet.
And then she said her second oldest, her son lives in Atlanta with her ex-husband. So she's got some complicated stuff going on. Emily gets a spray tan.
And then she sprays Shane.
Her body is sick. It's so good.
Body is tea.
It's truly tea. Shane is like, and then we get to the root of why she's gone so hard. And I knew it had something else was going on, because Emily reveals the reason I go so in on Jen is because she reminds me of my mom, because my mom was like her. She feels like Jen's not accountable like her mom was, like a victim, and then also like absent and too self-involved. And Emily was like, I had to raise myself. I had to get myself to school every day. I had to pack my own lunch, so I didn't really have like a mom. And she says she sees that in Jen, which I'm like, I don't think Jen's to that level with her kids. I think Jen is like a good mom.
No, it seems like Jen, if anything, is like too like loving, on top of her kids. But I was glad, again, my self-aware queen comes through.
She goes, I don't want to be.
Whatever you're getting the most triggered by on any of these shows just has to do with your own life.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't want to be mean. And Shane goes, you're not mean.
Oh.
Tamra and her emo bang daughter, Sophia, take to the road.
I kind of blacked out during this part.
Sophia's taking a gap year because she's lost. And Katie and Tamra want them to meet each other because they both have similar experiences with divorced parents.
Oh, yeah.
Katie's daughter seems cooler to me. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia doesn't speak to Simon Barney.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So the daughters have each chosen sides.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Messy.
That's a messy family.
Then we get to Traitors, and Tamara's hosting it at like and this, I was happy that the one thing I was happy about this episode is that it's cold and rainy, and I was like, now people see what Southern California truly is, which is highlands.
And I'm also on
wetlands.
After we talked about Rancho Palos Verdes sliding into the sea, my TikTok algorithm has been serving me Rancho Palos Verdes sliding into the sea footage.
Send me it.
I will. Send it to me. Shannon and Vicki are on the way to Traitors, and Shannon is like confiding in her about the lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
And Vicki goes, okay, can you tell? And just starts sending voice to text messages.
She's working.
She is never not working.
She's on the clock. They all arrive in SUVs like they do on the show, and everyone's wearing tartan and little berets. And that's kind of fun. I would like that.
I was excited to see them play werewolves, essentially.
Yeah, but then they all wait outside. It's freezing cold. It's like kind of spooky Scotland weather. And then they go, Tamara goes, okay, we're just waiting for our host. And I was like, oh my God, is it going to be Alan Cumming? Like, I literally was like so excited. Is it going to be like a drag queen? Like, fucking Teddy Mellencamp comes walking outside, and I'm like, I was literally like, what? And then all of them were kind of like, her?
Yeah, everyone was disappointed.
And then she goes, welcome housewives and Vicki.
And Heather goes, that's rude. And Vicki goes, she's a fucking bitch. She is a bitch.
That was mean. Could they have had someone else do this?
No, because Tamra, I really think, was like, let's get Teddy. It can plug our podcast together. And I'm sure she told Teddy to push her in the pool later for like extra lulz. It was like, this is beneath us.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean, but I was just like,
anyone
Teddy?
Else, for the love of God.
I truly, like, I saw her and I actually went, you know, that's what she is.
She's also talking kind of weird. Did you notice? And I think it was the Botox. I think what's happening is that ladies, this area has become a popular spot to freeze and
wrinkles.
Treat. And because I think if you treat here, it helps lift the jowls and lift the corners of the mouth. But if you hit a muscle wrong, it can kind of send your mouth sideways. And then you kind of like it. I think that's what's happening to all these women.
It sounded like I just farted on
alcoholic or just a little bit of dysport gone wrong.
Yeah, I was.
Mystery.
I mean, Teddy looks good.
No, she looks great.
But I'm like, I just don't want to see her. Sorry.
We relive Vicki and Teddy's BravoCon beef.
You see Vicki go shouting on the stage at BravoCon. Why the fuck would you ask me where I was on January 6th? I was at my condo in Puerto Vallarta. I was like, Vicki, get...
This was the one place that Teddy actually served cunt, was on that stage.
Teddy went when she said that. But I was like, one, not a bad question. And I was like, Vicki, you're getting a little too amped up. So not...
Vicki was texting with people that were there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Go do it.
Do it. Go in. Go in Pelosi's office. Get me something.
Shit on her desk. Jen looks more like Dorit every episode.
I was like, who's Jen?
True.
Yeah, Jen's gone kind of silent for the rest of this episode.
So the cold and rainy night begins. They all have a cocktail hour.
Immediately, I was like, Heather's the traitor.
Yeah.
I just knew. I knew exactly about the cadence of the speech and like her whole method. And then
they voice change who the traitor is and they blur out their face.
And Teddy was like, I'm going to go around the circle. And she was like tapping her cane all over and like choosing the traitor. And then like immediately when Heather turned to someone after and she goes, did you hear that she tapped her cane 3 times? I was like, you're the fucking traitor. Only a traitor would say that.
And yeah, it was her. But so Teddy has them all do a cocktail or suss each other out. And then Heather asks Katie to go talk. And they kind of work it out. But Heather also like goes like this to her at one point. She's doms her.
She's a bit Carmela Soprano.
And then she goes, I'm having an LGBT thing in Sonoma because my kids are all different genders and sexualities. Will you come? And Katie's like, sure, I don't have LGBT kids, but
okay.
Sure. Okay.
I'm doing an event in Sonoma. And I'm going to put my feelings aside for the Sonoma event.
For the LGBT.
For the kids.
And then I go, I was thinking, I hope they invite Raquel. As a Sonoma native, I would like everyone to know that I do condone LGBTs.
We need like cisgender representation at the Sonoma LGBTQIA event. And I think Raquel would be the perfect person to get into the mix.
Can I tell you my truth?
What?
I've been to Sonoma and I think it's very beautiful. I do. Incredibly beautiful, actually. But I also felt strange there. And not just because I can't drink, but there's something weird about it. I can't put my finger on it, but I felt a little darked out by Sonoma. What's wrong with me?
You just didn't
it felt very
vibe
Curls
with Sonoma.
Font. You know Curls font? Microsoft Curls?
Yeah.
Everything was like, and I don't like that.
I get that.
I don't like wine culture.
Yeah, it's a big wine culture there.
I didn't like wine culture when I drank wine. You know what I mean? I've just never related to people who are like, and like taking trains around vineyards. Strange to me. Feels like it's a small world.
It's adult. It's small world for people that don't want to go to Disney, but they still want to have like a small world vibe.
You know how they have those like little like trains? And it's like kind of cute, but it's also like odd.
Sonoma and Napa are close to each other, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Napa Valley, right? Are they the same thing?
I guess.
I don't know. I'm not going to.
I don't know. I also am just like, I guess like the food scene is cute.
I mean, I stayed there, but also the last time I was there were like wildfires everywhere.
Yeah, I think that I was feeling like that's really the reason that it was not hitting for you, because it really burned one year.
I think the year I was there.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't you, it was Sonoma. Literally.
Yeah.
Emily and Jen talk and they bury the hatchet. Worked it out on the remix. We love it. Jen is an understanding young lady.
Listen, when you're trying to secure the bag for your kids, you're very understanding.
She's like, you know what? As long as the direct deposit is hitting,
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
The Tres Amigas convene at a tiny table inside.
Tamra and Shannon talking about the breathalyzer when Vicki comes over.
Vicki watches them in very on alert while eating cheese, and I related to that.
And then she just butts in the gum. She goes, I thought we had a great show. Reliving the Tres Amigas glory days. How many shows did they do as the Tres Amigas? Like 5?
They did they did
or a lot. They had a really long run.
I don't know. Shannon goes, I won't clear John's name. I'm done lying on my life. And then Vicki all of a sudden slams her cup down and she goes, I want the Tres Amigas back. Give me a hug.
I want to go back to Tres Amigas.
I want to go back. She goes,
Shannon screaming. She goes, I don't want anything to do with Alexis Bellino. And then John's lawyer came back with the offer and said he won't accept a penny less than $75,000.
Such a little bitch. And then Vicki goes, can we just all hug? And they all hug. And I go, wow, Vicki can truly get anyone to forgive her.
Mm-hmm.
She's a powerful Chicagoland woman.
I love her. She's a businesswoman, a queen, and a friend. And a performer, a showman. They go back and play Traitor some more. And they have a game round.
Well, also in this moment, there was a moment where I was like, did Teddy ask for soft lighting?
Maybe. But she's also had like a lift.
It's like kind of like Days of Our Lives lighting. There was a moment.
Some of them get that treatment, I think.
Teddy?
They make them play a game where they have to like vote on horrible things about each other. And Shannon and Jen win that round, which I was proud of them. And then they bring out like a box full of crickets and make people draw numbers out of it.
And Vicki goes, there's an animal in there.
Emily pulls out just like a handful of crickets and is like, I'm from Ohio. I was like, I did not know that had anything to do with these crickets, but I love to see a fearless woman. And then Buki is hiding behind something. And she looks really like almost like on the verge of tears. And she goes, I don't want to play this game anymore. And Teddy goes, Vicki, you're dead.
Wait, also, I think Vicki literally thought someone was going to die.
She looked really disturbed by whatever was going on. And maybe she was just disturbed because Tamra called Shannon a cunt. And she was like reeling from that.
Yeah, there's a shot of Teddy where she's standing up and you see Vuki in the background and her eyes are like in the darkness and her eyes look like raccoons on like night vision.
She's like this.
Yeah, Tamra gets taken out first.
Yeah, and then
Vicki gets taken out. And then
Teddy pushes Tamra in the pool.
Shannon gets taken out and I wrote, the Tres Amigas are all dead. Yeah, and then I go, as soon as Teddy pushed Tamra in the cold pool, I said, this is a fucking setup.
This is a setup. And Shannon goes, no, don't push. No, I can't go in there. I'm on antibiotics right now. I think Shannon's always on antibiotics.
Yeah.
Vicki's shivering. And then they're like, it was Heather.
That's
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
but we got a mid-season.
Heather was also auditioning for Traitors in this moment.
Yeah.
She
could have done a better job. We get a mid-season trailer at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say my sick, sad truth, which is that John Jansen was looking hot in the mid-seas.
I didn't watch the trailer because I wanted to be surprised. What happens?
He just got out of a car and hugged Alexis. And I was like,
you get it.
Really is like hotter and happier. And then I was like, I would let him hit.
So
he was a 1 for me in that moment.
So now the belief is that Jen's Ryan is like a gambling addict.
I don't know what he's doing. He's like fraudulent in some way, shape, or form. And
she gets engaged to him?
I can't remember. I was like, I will let it unfold as it organically unfolds. I'm just like not compelled to like look into it more. I just want to be told by the TV.
The good news is RHOCS18E7&8 is coming back soon.
I know.
And we can't wait to recap it.
I'm so excited for my ladies.
My ladies are back. My ladies in the Snow-Capped Mountains.
Countess Jacqueline Yvette.
Chrissy Barlahan.
Hillary with 2 L's.
Pia and Jordan listening in the background.
Alex Delisle.
Makeup Fresh.
Obviously.
Emily Vaughn.
Gina Sapienza.
Sarah Elizabeth from Boston.
Lucy from London.
Brooke Johansson.
Lilia Farrell.
Rachel Knight.
Gerd Queen of Brooklyn.
Jesse, obviously Toledo Hyder. Wow.
Dilly from the Beaver Picture.
Jessica Hernandez.
Mazatov Laws.
Mary.
Katie Solon.
Mike Earhart.
Sharon Baum, Realtor.
Timothy Shield.
Rogue Stanley.
Matthew Thomas.
Owsley Robinson.
Cheeseburger Bay.
Mariah Kay.
Kathy West.
Kit Moore.
Hillary from Chicago.
Orlando.
Patron of the Farts.
David from Switzerland.
Nick Sedaris.
Grace Eglinger.
Hello, Grace. Kim Emily.
Kim Lucas.
Drew from Toronto.
Katie the Sup Lawyer.
RJ.
Modern Counseling, McLean, Virginia.
Jeffrey Pradama.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for all of your support.
Thank you.